Welcome to your own channel of Right Funda. The question says like this: a charged particle A is fixed at the base of a uniform slope of inclination alpha. Another charged particle B is placed on the slope at an angular position beta from the line of greatest slope through the position of the first particle. Coefficient of friction between the particle B and the slope is mu, and mu is less than 10 alpha. Asking for the particle B to stay in equilibrium, what could be the maximum value of angle beta? Let's understand the problem. Here, this is an inclined plane. This is an inclined plane, and this plane is placed on a horizontal surface, and this angle is equal to alpha. This plane is placed with an angle alpha. This angle is given to us as alpha angle. And on this inclined plane, there is a roughness is there, and mu is less than tan alpha, meaning thereby mg sin alpha is more than mu mg cos alpha. So if you put a charged particle here, then it will have a tendency to go down. It will have a tendency to move down. This is given in the question. So alpha is given and mu is given. Second, and mu ka condition is given, this is less than tan alpha. Now what happened? It has a tendency to go down. What do you put? You put a charged particle here and another charged particle here. And this has to be in equilibrium. And this charged particle put in such a way, this is the line of greatest slope, this is the inclined plane ka parallel to inclined plane. In this line you put, this angle is equal to beta. When you put a charged particle, this remain in equilibrium. So alpha, beta and mu are given to us, and from these conditions we have to find out what should be the condition between these three quantity given quantity, so that for what maximum value of beta it is possible that the particle will not slide down, particle will remain in equilibrium. So let's think how to solve. If we draw the free body diagram of this block, then what are the forces will be acting? Let's see. One force that will be acting is mg force and normal reaction. So that mg will resolve into two components. One will be equal to mg sin alpha. Another component will be mg cos alpha will be there. That is perpendicular to surface, not showing here. And normal reaction down. Normal reaction of mg cos alpha down. So we got that n for equilibrium, n is equal to mg cos alpha. That we know. And mg cos alpha, it will have a tendency to move. When you put the two charged particle here, Q1, Q2, two charged particle is put, then this will repel this one, and then force will be there, electrostatic force will be there like this, K Q1 Q2 by R square. So what happened? There is a friction force will act. Friction force will act in which direction? Let's calculate when which direction the friction force will act. Friction force will be static friction force number one, because it is in equilibrium, and it will act in the opposite direction in which the particle has a tendency to move. So these two force ka resultant you want to find out. Suppose the resultant is like this, the friction force will be acting like this. So this is the friction force will be there. And we could have calculated this also, because this value I have written K Q square by R square, this resultant we find out, and the friction force should be opposite of this, and friction force should be less than equal to mu n, that is mu mg, and from that we could have solved. But if you read the question carefully, nothing is given. This force is not given. This force is not given. Then how can you solve this one? So let us think, how can we solve this problem without this Q1, Q2 or distance separability is given? Basically, we have to solve the problem by avoiding this electrostatic force, but that is not given in the questions. So how to do? Let's think, how can it be done? Suppose had we know the electrostatic force, we could have applied Lami's theorem also. The three forces are there, they're in equilibrium. We could have result into component, you can equal to zero also, but this is not given. So what, and the friction force has to act opposite to the resultant of this. So we don't know where friction force will act right now, because we don't know the magnitude of this force. So let's assume that friction force acts in some directions like this, making some angle theta. So right, we have to resolve into components. So if you resolve it into perpendicular direction to this line, because we have to avoid this direction, so write the This is theta, so f sine theta will be here. And this also resolve to along this and perpendicular to this. This I could resolve, then this I will write equal to mg sine alpha into sine beta, sine alpha, sine beta. And as it is equilibrium, these two forces must be balancing each other. So if we write the equations for this, then we can get some equation where theta is the angle made with the friction force along this line. So write the equation f sine theta has to balance mg sine alpha sine beta. Okay, or this f has to be equal to mg sine alpha sine beta by sine theta. This is the value of friction force we got in terms of alpha, beta, and another unknown variable called theta. So this friction force has to be static friction force. So as has to be static friction force, that has to be less than equal to mu n. So this and we know the mg cos alpha. So this friction force has to be less than equal to mu into n mg cos alpha. If I take this value and substitute here, then I can get this. After substituting this value of friction here, I can put it and I write mg sine alpha sine beta by sine theta has to be less than equal to mu mg cos alpha. So mg get cancelled, and this I want to write this. I'll take to this side. I can get an equation. Or we can get beta max is less than equal to sine inverse of mu cot alpha. So we can put the charge particle in the line along this line, which is making beta angle. So beta ka maximum value is this much. This is the maximum value of beta. This much we can make so that this can remain in equilibrium.